It's an extended one. Please watch.
The unfortunate thing is that cowards like you that have never had the guts to speak up for anything will be the first to make assumptions. Do you know what it means for a brigadier, not just a brigadier, a commander? This man had different armory at his disposal. This man had a fleet of soldiers and could still end up like this. My dear, I am speaking up for the soldiers. Because if their leaders can be disgraced, can be finished, can be executed, because this was an execution. This was not just a slap to the Nigerian army, but the entire country. Do you know how many times, since all these insurgencies started, how many times they have had their hands on commanders? Do you know how many times? This is the second time in history. And sitting on the ground was showing Nigerians that you people are nothing to us. Was belittling enough at his final moments to prove a point. If they can do that to a commander that have fleets, that have guns, that have the backing of the army, how much more another rank? Yes, other ranks have been dying. If you want to talk about it, how many you want to talk? Because as you are making a video now, or as you are talking about, another person is falling. So how many do you want to talk about? Sometimes we did talk, but they were not famous enough for the video for people to see the video, for people to sympathize with them. So excuse me for feeling helpless that if a brigadier can be disgraced like this, they did it, they were the one that even posted it for Nigerians to see. It was a slap, not to just the military, but the entire country, telling us how powerless we are. So forgive me for feeling helpless that if a military general can be disgraced like this, then what is the hope for the other ranks remaining? What's the hope? People saying, tell your husband to retire. It isn't easy like that. You think some of us have that privilege to just up and leave? Just go and educate yourself. Go on Google and ask questions. Moreover, if he retires, the funny thing is that the people saying these things, most of you are still in this country. Who will come fight? I'm not saying I'm ready to sacrifice my husband for people to live. No. But if you're advising every officer, every soldier to retire, are you saying that we should just hand over the country and give the bandits? Then all of us will now leave. Let them have peace. What are you saying? I don't understand. Or are you saying that if these men, they leave, they force, una go pick up the gun, do the fight? This is not what they need to hear. This is not what they need to know, that they have the support of the citizens that are dying for. They need to hear you encourage them. That is what they need at this time. You need to increase their morale. Not for you to break it down. Don't you think they have doubts? Them themselves get doubts. But they still stand on order. Most of them are doing because they know they live. Their uncles in the village, their aunties, their families. If then they run, if you pack all those people run, if you pay flight for 15 people, if you pay flight for your generation to follow you. So sometimes the only choice you have is just to stand and fight. Fight because if you succeed, run. You fit carry your wife and children follow body. You fit. So sometimes you need to fight because bandits don't they get morale, go online, they ask for lion and roses. And nothing is going on, nothing is happening. Funny thing is, we still think this is a religious fight. Share the girls where they kidnap, now Christians. Say most of the soldiers where they buy, now Christian, now all of them are Christians. Oh God, this thing don't live religious fight. Nigeria is a war zone at this point. Somebody said in the comment section, citizens have been dying. It's the same military that they sent to kill them. See, you don't understand. Say now they pick the bad government. It's the people you put in power that will tell them what to do. So the problem is not with the military, it's with the people that voted those people or magu them into power. If a citizen dies, they look at the protector, the last form of defense, which is supposed to be the military. When that last form of defense is being picked up one by one, hundreds by hundred, till they can reach the top of the food chain and pick them, who do the citizens run to? Is it our celebrities that are waiting for foreign bodies to talk about issues that concern them? They are waiting for foreign celebrity to first make comments about your own country people that those celebrities go run to? Or is it the same politicians that are currently in turmoil? Some of them are speaking out now in the assemblies, telling us how we have failed. They are admitting it, admitting defeat. See, now they won't run to. I been our pastors where they busy, they pray. Why they are using security to go to church? Why the front of their car now policeman sit on there, escort police? Some of them have gone to hire private security. I been those religious leaders we won't run to. That the best they can do is to pray for us while they use our offerings to hire security. I been now we won't run to ourselves as Nigerians, we won't run to. We'll be saying the next 1 week tops. This matter, everybody go forget, go back in business like nothing happened. Till the next person fall. Now ourselves, we won't depend on. When we say the minute they bite another celebrity for plane, or person papa in marriage start to misbehave, we will leave news, start to focus on that one. We dey easily cash cruise. Forget say, the pot where you dey inside, thinking say firewood no dey. They don't buy gas, they burn you alive. As Nigerians, you no fit travel for road again. Flight money don't go up because they know. Say we no fit risk am go by road. Hunger don't make people they do wetin they know they proud of. People have become inhumane just to survive. I saw a video that went viral of a soldier that was on a battlefront crying because in Atiman that they were fighting with, they just gunned him down, and the commander was trying to ginger him, stop crying and fight, let them revenge his friend. So if citizens they cry, our protectors they cry. Nigeria. God I beg.
Tear gas him. They tear gas him. He fell. He fainted. He passed out. He passed out. 70 years old man. But when their people came, tear gas.
Lady, I think I actually really feels our pain, and it is actually what she didn't say that seems to be louder than what she said. You know, when you say everything, then you get to a stage that you're like, God, I don't know what to say anymore. Because it's like, this is hopeless. Well, the Nigeria's Deputy Speaker, Benjamin Kalu, has made a proposal. It is time for Tinubu and the military to stop this amnesty for terrorists called Operation Safe Corridor, and some other things he added. Now listen to this.
Ban on structured amnesty negotiation and ransom payment by any government entity. Mandate.
Did you hear that? We must ban any unstructured amnesty program and ransom payments by some state government established. That Bokwari put in place what he called Operation Safe Corridor for the terrorists, repentant terrorists, according to them, to evade justice by holding the Quran and say they won't do it again. No justice, no nothing. And according to them, thousands of these hardened Islamic terrorists have been graduated, they have been freed by that program. There is no law that backs that. So for 7 years, Bokwari released uncharged terrorists, unprocessed terrorists back into the society that they couldn't tell you where they are or where they went. So rather for the terrorism to abate, to reduce, it has gone wild now, as you can tell. Tinubu came in. He continued the program illegally. There is no law that backed it. There is no National Assembly Act or National Assembly legislation that backed it. So somebody is admitting it now. State governments in Nigeria, because of this Operation Safe Corridor, they implemented the same in their state, which they used in funding these murderous terrorists. According to them, it's a non-kinetic approach. It's a way to, to obtain peace, while hundreds, if not thousands, of abandoned communities remained abandoned, while the real indigenous owners have been abandoned in different refugee camps across the northern Nigeria. So now, at their own National Assembly, the Deputy Speaker is now putting it before the Assembly and say, an unstructured one means illegal amnesty. When Yaradua wanted to give the amnesty to the people of the terrorists of Niger Delta then, what did he do? He approached the National Assembly, then announced this amnesty program. National Assembly legislated on it. What is it going to be all about? What will be the conditions, this, that? And once it got approved, it is what got so many of these former Niger Delta fighters educated today. Some of them got educated outside Nigeria. Many of them got educated outside Nigeria. Others who had no means of getting education, right, ended up being pipeline security. Like others are just collecting money. It is, I don't know other places, so it is only in Niger Delta that you have at least more than 100,000 people who are collecting monthly salaries from Nigeria since the day of Yaradua. I don't know if you know that. Yeah, it's called Amnesty this, but I just don't know if probably they have looted the money. But the point I'm making here is this. The government of Nigeria, the government of APC, enabled the regrouping, the rearming, and the power that these terrorists now wield by illegitimately releasing unprocessed, uncharged terrorists back into the society because they held onto a Quran that they won't do it again. But they went on to do it. Let Kalu finish.
Ban on structured amnesty negotiation and ransom payment by any government entity. Mandate criminal justice enforcement over expediency. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, despite strong anti-kidnapping laws like life imprisonment, death penalty for kidnapping, the practice continues because it is alleged that government entities negotiate with bandits and pay ransom. That is one of the things that the House must investigate. Security analysts confirm that amnesty deals and peace negotiation, they legitimize violence. They embolden armed groups and undermine rule of law. Documented pattern across Zamfara, Katsina, Sokoto shows stage ceremonies where captives are released and rusty weapons surrendered, followed by rapid restoration or resumption of violence. What then is the legislative solution on that? The legislative solution required there is to ban unstructured amnesty negotiation and ransom payment by any government entity. Mandate criminal justice enforcement over expediency. Number 2 on that list is police funding crisis. Mr. Speaker, the Nigerian police force suffers from the following. Number 1, low budgetary allocation with incomplete and late disbursement. Number 2 is unaccounted state government and private donation creating corruption channels. Number 3 is no transparent auditing mechanism. And this is not starting with this administration, it has been there before now. So what is the impact of this? The impact of this is that operational paralysis is observed, inability to plan effectively is observed, and perpetuation of inefficiency is also recorded. What then is the legislative solution? Because for every problem, there must be a solution. The legislative solution here is to mandate sustained, predictable funding, require rigorous record keeping, and audit all Nigerian police funds, including donation. The number 3 is centralized policing model failure. Federal-only policing model cannot meet diverse localized security needs of 36 states and 774 local governments, Mr. Speaker. Let's tell ourselves the truth. Whether we call it state police, whether we call it community police, whether we call it local government police, the need to decentralize has become very necessary. Some argue for the amendment of Section 214 of the Constitution and the second schedule. Some say leave it as it is. Whatever it is important.
Nuisance leleyi. Nuisance leleyi.
I always need to remind you, sometimes when you hear them speak like, oh, he speaks intelligently. No, don't get deceived. In February 2024, that was last year, Tifnumbu announced the local government autonomy, meaning every local government in Nigeria should receive their own allocation directly from the government, like others. Because presently, whenever the federal government share their allocations, they will give the states their own. Then they will give the state the local government money as well. And the state governors, who always use the local government allocation as their piggy bank, so they spend it the way they wish. When you now visit all of these local government areas across the country, then you begin to wonder, what the hell is going on? So Tifnumbu announced, his Minister of Injustice said, oh yeah, from February now, we're going to start paying the local government their money directly. Up to this moment, Shengbai have not been paid to any local government area by Tifnumbu, except Oshun, where Tifnumbu asked the APC supposed elected local government chairmen who have been kicked out by Ajogba Trophy, Governor Ade Jackson. So he kicked them out. So Tifnumbu seized the local government allocation to Osun State, right? And then called this out of office local government chairman, which another court said they should be returned back to office. But Ajogba Trophy won't let them come back. So because he's appealed, he's going to Supreme Court. So Tifnumbu took the local government allocation of Osun State and he called this this local government chairman to send their account numbers to receive local government allocations. I don't have update on that, by the way, but I believe that he actually wanted to pay the money to the bank account of this APC chairman from Osun State. Local government money. True story. Apart from that, there is no single local government in Nigeria that has received their own allocation directly from Tifnumbu. But guess what? They are going to write it as his achievement in your 2027. They will say Tifnumbu has. And back to this nuisance, Benjamin Kalu. Currently, right, Tifnumbu is believed to have submitted, I do not have proof, by the way, but I just eavesdropped it somewhere, okay? So Tifnumbu himself kind of like forwarded a bill called State Police Bill to the National Assembly in their ongoing constitutional amendments. So the Northern Nigeria and some states are opposing to state police in private, but in public, they will speak about it like, oh yeah. But where the decision is to be made is inside the National Assembly. So Benjamin Kalu should probably be aware of that. Writing that as part of his own solution to curbing this increasing insecurity or terrorism, right? Is just, playing it to the gallery, put it that way. They know what they are doing. So they won't. Because some of them said that the state governors will be controlling this state police and they will just be their own mini military to oppress their own opposition and all other nonsense that they have been spewing. In Nigeria today, getting the gun license